What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you yet another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today against subscriber/follower on Twitter, Shade. And I almost wanted to say Shady, but there's no Y, so that has to be Shade. Anyway, yeah, we're having an OU match today, which is something that personally I don't do very often because I don't really like OU as a tier, and as such I don't have a lot of experience this generation with the tier itself, so we'll see how things go. This is actually a rematch as I lost the first match that we had. We're bringing the same teams because I ended up losing because of a silly misclick that I made. Basically, his Excadrill had an air balloon, and I wanted to click Dragon Dance on my Salamence, and I clicked Earthquake by accident, and obviously that did nothing. Ended up really swaying the match in his favor, so we're having a rematch here. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. So anyway, before we get into the match today, before I explain my team and all that jazz, just want to remind you guys of our like goal for this video, which is gonna be 70 likes. So if we could reach that, that would be absolutely fantastic. So do not forget to click that thumbs up button right underneath this video. Now, my opponent is bringing Mega Scizor. It's gonna have Espeon, Salamence, Greninja, Excadrill, and Smeargle. I am bringing Focus Sash Salamence, which is a little bit strange, but it actually works. Sylveon is going to be my specially defensive wall. I also have Crobat, Choice Banded Scizor, Swampert, which is kind of like a tankish set. It also has the Stealth Rocks and that kind of thing. And then Choice Scarf, Electabuzz. So we will see what happens here. We will definitely see what happens. I'm predicting that he's going to start off with the Smeargle. Now, last time what happened was that I started off with Crobat, U-turned out as he spored, and I U-turned into my Electabuzz, which obviously ate up that spore because it has the Vital Spirit ability, so it cannot be put to sleep. I don't think he'll fall for that twice. I really don't, which means that I kind of want to lead off with the Electabuzz, to be honest. Kind of do. But at the same time, I don't know if that is something that I really want to do. So actually, you know what? We're going to lead off with the Crobat anyway. I don't think he's going to do the exact same thing that he did last time. He may oop, I clicked summary by accident. Don't want to do that. I want to click enter as I'm running out of time here because I almost always run the clock on these team preview sections. I just do. I don't know. I get into like commentating and talking, and I just talk and talk and talk until the time is almost just gone. It just flies by. So we'll see what he starts off with. He may try to start off with the Smeargle again. I'm not sure. But, yeah, we're having the exact same leads. I don't think he's going to do the same thing that he did last time. I really do not see that happening. Because I just don't. I don't see that happening at all. I see him setting up hazards here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to U-turn out regardless. He may switch. No, he's not going to switch. So I'm guessing that the Spore is not coming. But I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did in the last battle, and that is to switch out into my Electabuzz. And he may set up Stealth Rocks or Sticky Web here, which is fine by me because I think what I want to do is just defog them away afterwards. I mean, I can't Volt Switch with that Excadrill round, but maybe I can bait it to come out with him predicting the switch, or the Volt Switch, that is. So I don't know. We'll see what he wants to go for here. This will be telling what he does this turn. He's going to go for the Stealth Rocks this time around. He's not going to Spore. And so I think I'm pretty safe in just going for a Focus Blast. Because I know it has bad accuracy, but I really feel like he might try to switch in his Excadrill here. And that would be, like, fantastic if he does that. So that's what we're going for. We're going for the Focus Blast. No, he's going to stay in. So we show off the Focus Blast, and that is going to be a dead Smeargle with only rocks up on my side of the field, no Sticky Web, so that's nice. And then we can defog them away. I really wish that I Volt Switched out. And had my Crobat out here because I just do. My team is kind of Volt Turnish. I've got Scizor and Crobat that have the U-turn. Then my Electabuzz has the Volt Switch, so I'm going to try not to abuse that too much. He's going to go into the Espeon here because that is a bad switch for my Crobat, and he knows that I'm locked into the Focus Blast. because I'm pretty sure he's watched my videos before. I mean, obviously he's a subscriber, so he probably knows that I almost always will run Choice on Electabuzz, be it Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. He doesn't even have to know which one it is to know that I'm locked into it and I can't do much. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go into, let's see, I kind of want to go into Scizor, because he can't do a whole lot to me other than Shadow Ball, and I resist his Psychic Stab, but he can start doing things like setting up screens, and we don't really like that too much. Really don't. I kind of want to go into Sylveon because there's not much that he can do to me. But he does have the 2 Steel types. That is a bit of a problem. Just got things going on here, and I don't know if I like them. Really don't know if I like them. Swampert could be a good switch, because Swampert can one-shot this thing with an Earthquake if he wants to try to attack. But I think what I want to do is I want to go into Scizor, because Scizor doesn't do a whole lot to Excadrill, doesn't do a whole lot to his opposing Scizor, or the opposing Scizor, so I kind of need to use it on the Pokemon that it works with. He's going to double out, so he was baiting something. I'm not sure what he was baiting, but he was trying to bait something. So out comes the Excadrill. He's going to float in the air with his balloon, and I think what I want to do is I want to U-turn out. He may try to EQ. I don't have anything that's going to hit him for neutral damage except for Thief, and I don't think that's going to one-shot. I mean, I am Choice Banded, but it's not Stab, and I'm obviously not Mega, so that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. So let's go ahead and bring, let's see, decisions. Do I want to U-turn out? I will at the very least pop that air balloon, and that will help out a lot. Yeah, let's U-turn out. I feel like that's my best play at this point, not going for Thief. I'm going to U-turn out. He's going to Swords Dance. Okay. So that is a thing. We're going to U-turn out. As I said, we will get that air balloon popped. And that does half. Jeez. Does a solid 50% to this Excadrill. What is going on right now? Now, I can force him out pretty easily. I can go, well, I don't want to go into my Salamence because of the rocks. That is kind of deterring me from doing this right now. Yeah, I don't want to break my Sash. Really do not want to do that. I don't think... I need to get rid of this thing. That's what it comes down to. We have to go into Electabuzz because it's going to outspeed with the Scarf. And even without the Scarf, I'm pretty sure we outspeed. Now, an HP Ice, I don't think is going to be enough to take this thing out because it is going to be neutral damage. And I'm not running Specs. If I was Specs, that would be a different story. But we pretty much have to go for the Focus Blast here. He could very easily switch in either Salamence or Espeon, but he's going to lose his boosts. And he already lost his air balloon. So let's go for that Focus Blast. He's going to stay in. Focus Blast is going to connect. So I guess he was banking on the fact that Focus Blast has shaky accuracy, but the Excadrill is donezo. So we'll see what he wants to go into now, but I will have free reign to go for Volt Switch every time that I come in from now on. And I kind of want to keep this Electabuzz around because he has the Greninja, and outspeeding that is huge. Huge. Now, he's going to go into the Scizor, and that is a problem because I really don't have anything for it. I really don't. So my best bet is to switch into the Crobat and Defog. The only way I'm going to kill this thing is if I get my Salamence in here and Fire Fang it. And it's also going to activate my Sash, which is unfortunate. But we need to get rid of the stuff that we have going on here. I guess I could go into Swampert because there's not much he can do to me. And I was really saving the Swampert for the Excadrill because I had nothing else, but apparently I do have something else because U-turn Focus Blast for the win, I guess. I can go into Swampert because I resist Bullet Punch, I resist the Scizor, I believe. Ground resist Bug, I think. Unless I'm just a little bit crazy. But I should be able to get some decent damage off. And then defog. Either way, I'm basically sacrificing my Crobat. Because Swampert cannot just KO the Scizor, and he has Roost. So that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. I guess we're going to go into the Crobat. I'm going to predict a Swords Dance here. We're going to head into the Crobat, go for the defog the next turn. That's what we're doing. That is the game plan. I need to hope that a +2 Bullet Punch will not take me out. I am running some HP investment. He's a Mega Scizor, though. That's the thing. That's what I'm worried about. If Crobat goes down here and I can't defog, that's going to be a huge problem. He goes for the X Scizor. Alright, well that actually helps our case quite a bit because now I don't think Bullet Punch will take us out. And we can defog. That's step one, is to defog. He could Swords Dance here. No, he's going to go for the Bullet Punch and try to take us out before we defog, and that's not happening. Goodbye, Rocks. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And with that Smeargle gone, we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We can switch out now to Swampert, I guess, and try to preserve this Crobat. He hasn't gone for Swords Dance. We can try to get some damage off. And that would actually be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think, what else do I need that Swampert for? It's actually somewhat good for the Espeon because Espeon can't do a lot to it. And Swampert's just very bulky. We can get some things going on with an EQ that should one-shot as long as he doesn't get a Reflect up. So let's go into the Swampert here. I don't want to just give up this Crobat yet. We can always save it for fodder later on. I do have the Roost. I can Wish Pass with Sylveon, so we have options. He is going to go for the Bullet Punch. That's going to be a resisted hit, and that doesn't do a whole lot to Swampert. With the Lefty's Recovery, that really does nothing. So I would not be surprised to see a Swords Dance here, and because of that, I kind of want to Waterfall. Oh, I could set up Rocks, too, for that Salamence. I could set up Rocks. That has a lot of potential. But the Scizor is a problem. It's definitely a problem. I know it doesn't have defog. His Rapid Spinner was most likely the Excadrill, which is gone. Trying to think, what else on this team could I use Rocks for? The Greninja is most likely Life Orb and not Focus Sash. That's a more likely scenario. But getting some extra damage on it would not be too bad of a thing. Let's go for a Waterfall here first. Because we should outspeed if he wants to go for a Swords. Oh, we do not outspeed. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, I'm not running speed investment. But, yes, Swampert's really slow. What am I thinking? I'm like base 60 or 65 or something. So I should have went for the EQ, actually. That would have been a better thing to do. But, yeah. Okay, so that was a little bit of a misplay. Not going to lie there. So let's go for... Let's see. Let's go for the Rocks here first. He might go for Swords Dance again. No, he's going to go for the X Scizor. And X Scizor is not, I repeat, not very effective. I don't know why I thought that ground resists bug, but it does not. That is not a thing. Apparently, I just brain farted. I need to get back to the books and study my type matchups. Because I'm just not having a good day battling today. Misclicks, misplays, all kinds of things are happening, and I am not enjoying any of it, really. I'm really not. The Swampert is as good as dead now, but we can come in with the Salamence and just Fire Fang away. At the very least, we know that his Salamence does not have a Focus Sash now, and that will help us out. But, let's see. Let us see here. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to let this Swampert go down right now. It would have been better if I went for the EQ instead of the Waterfall, but for some strange reason, I was thinking that this was going to... I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, guys. Forgive me for my bad plays. Just not in the zone. I'm not a good OU player. I will admit that. I'm just not very good this generation. I was pretty good last gen. This gen, I have to say, I'm really not that good. Have to say. So he may, I don't know if he wants to risk staying in here. He knows I have the Fire Fang because I showed it in the last battle that we had. So I know he knows that I have that. But I think that he might think he can one-shot me with a Bullet Punch and that I don't have a Focus Sash. But by the way I just brought it in, I think it's pretty obvious. We have to go for the Fire Fang. We cannot mess around here. He's going to Bullet Punch. That's going to take us down to our Sash. And as long as this connects, which it does, the Scizor is out of the way. Goodbye, Mega Scizor. And this is what swept me last match. It ended up being a 4-0. He swept me because of that. And we're going to get the Moxie boost. This is huge that this is out of the way. Absolutely huge. Oh, alright. He has the Espeon, and that is, I'm pretty sure, going to outspeed. Pretty sure. And I don't have a speed boost under my belt, so I have to, like, sacrifice something, basically. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Now, I kind of want to switch into Scizor, because Scizor can take anything this thing wants to throw my way. It's not immune. It's resistant to Psychic Stab, but I don't think this Espeon is going for a Psychic-type move right here. Really don't see that. I kind of want to switch in Crobat to fodder that at this point because I don't need it for anything. I am running HP investment, so I'm not outspeeding Greninja or Espeon, I don't think. So, that being said, getting rid of this Crobat, or not getting rid of it, but switching it out seems like a good play at this point. Because I don't want to get unnecessary damage on Scizor. Just really am not interested in that, so let's go ahead and go into the Crobat. I want to save this Salamence for later, because I can come in and kill something. I think. Obviously, I get outsped by the Greninja. What is his other Pokemon? That's what it's going to come down to. Saving this Salamence. Oh, his other Pokemon is Salamence. Okay, I've been saying that all along. We don't need this Crobat for anything. So, I don't know why I saved it, other than just fodder, but that's basically what we're using it for right now, and we're coming up on the 15-minute mark in this match, so this is a good match right here. He's going to go for the Dazzling Gleam, so we're actually going to survive that. And that's good, because if for some reason we do outspeed, we're going to be in good shape. Oh, he's got the lefties. Maybe we do outspeed. Maybe he's running some HP investment. Oh, I mean, I'm not fully HP invested, but I do have some investment. Oh man, this is looking okay. I kind of want to just U-turn here. I kind of want to just U-turn because he doesn't have anything that wants to take that other than Salamence. Why would he switch that in? Why would he switch that in? He still may just outspeed. That's very, very, very possible. And I don't know that a U-turn will kill. It is super effective. But I can go into, like, Electabuzz or something like that. He's going to go for a Psychic-type move. Alright, alright. This has some potential here. Let's... Actually, you know what? Let's go for the Brave Bird. I want to get max damage. We want max damage. He's going to withdraw. Good thing I did not go for the U-turn. I know it will be super effective on this Greninja, but we want to get as much damage as possible. So he must know that this Crobat's going to outspeed. He has to have some kind of HP investment for that to be the case. And Greninja almost goes down to that, but not quite. Not quite. So at this point, we can go into either Electabuzz or Scizor. Either or, because we outspeed either way. We're in a good position right here. We're in a very, very good position. Because that Salamence is not going to want to come in on a Bullet Punch. Really is not. So, let's go into the Electabuzz. We are going to Volt Switch out. And what are we going to go into? I guess we can go into the Salamence at that point. Because, again, we don't need that for anything. I'm saving all these Pokemon that we really don't need for the Pokemon that he has left. Again, not thinking very clearly at all. Let's go for the Volt Switch. And it's very possible that this Salamence that he has is going to be Scarfed. Very, very possible. Very, 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 very possible. The Greninja is going to go down to that Volt Switch. Now he knows for sure that I'm Scarfed. Without a doubt. Definitely Scarfed. So we can go into... Let's see. Let's see here. If I go into the Salamence, he can go into his own Salamence, especially if he's Scarfed, and start doing things. But I have Sylveon, so he can't lock himself into Outrage. That's just really not going to work. Let's do it. Let's go into the Salamence. If he wants to go into the Espeon and he's not running speed investment, or not very much, there's a chance that my Salamence will outspeed. I believe Espeon's base speed is 110, Salamence is 100. But I will be in good shape if he's not running the speed investment. I know I keep talking about that, but it's kind of like essential to what's going on right now. He's going to take some damage from the rocks. We are going to go for a Dragon Claw just to get as much damage as possible. And he is going to outspeed, so he is running some speed investment. Maybe not like max speed, but he's got to have some. Psychic does take us out, so that is unfortunate. And he's going to show his lefties again, although we've seen that already. Now, I think my best bet at this point is to go into Scizor, and as long as he doesn't have HP Fire, which he could very well have the HP Fire, so maybe I should have went into Sylveon there. Maybe I should have. That may have been a better play. Or may have even been a better play to go into Electabuzz. And, okay, I could have just made a really bad misplay. Part of me wants to just U-turn. But I think Bullet Punch is our best option. I don't think that'll one-shot, but we're going to give it a go. Because I am afraid of that HP Fire now. Because I've seen Psychic, I know he has Shadow Ball from the last match, so I'm a little bit worried. But it doesn't matter because the Espeon just dies to that Bullet Punch, and now that I'm thinking about it, it was also stupid of me to think that Bullet Punch would not kill because an Earthquake in the last match from Swampert one-shotted this thing. So I don't know why he was carrying the leftovers if he was just an offensive set. Kind of confusing, but we don't know the rest of his set, so I can't really make any judgments. That's one thing, though, that I don't like about when either your internet goes down or if it's a rematch with the same teams, you know the other person's set and what they're running and that kind of stuff. So there's more mind games involved, but there's also more knowledge on both sides of the field, so I guess it's just a preference thing. It makes for a better chess match, I guess, but you have a little bit too much knowledge, in my opinion. Let's go for the Bullet Punch, try to get rid of this thing. Try to get rid of this thing and hope that it one-shots, otherwise I'm guessing a Fire Fang is coming our way. He survives, he does have a Fire Fang. That is going to be a dead Scizor. So poor Tinsect, he did put in some decent work though, picked up a KO and almost KO'd this thing, and he's going to get the Moxie Boost. Now, we haven't seen an item, so for all we know, he could be Lumberry, he could be Focus Sash, he could be Scarfed. Very possible. Very, very possible. Now, I kind of want to go into Sylveon at this point, because I don't think he can one-shot me with anything. I am Bold-Natured, but I also kind of want to go into Electabuzz and Volt Switch and all of that stuff, but if he's Scarfed... Let's see, what are the base speeds here? What are the base speeds? Electabuzz, I believe, has 105 base speed, I think, and Electivire has 95. If I'm remembering correctly, so we should be okay to actually go into Electabuzz here. There should be no reason that he should outspeed. I am running Timid, so even if he was Jolly, it's not going to make that much of a difference. We can go for a T-Bolt, and we should be alright here. Yep, Electabuzz is going to outspeed, so we don't know what item this thing is, but regardless, the Salamence is going to go down, and this was a much, much better match than the first one that we had. And not because I won this time and lost the last time, it's because it was a much, much closer match. Fantastic match, in fact. And yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. Very excited about actually winning an OU match. I don't win often because I always bring lower tiered stuff. Anyway, want to thank Mr. Shade, or Shady, however you're supposed to pronounce it, for both matches. It was a lot of fun. Good game both times. You have a great team. Hope we can battle again sometime. Maybe a different tier next time. Who knows? And I want to thank all of you guys for watching. As always, I love that you guys stick around and watch battles that I have, each and every day. So it's awesome to have support from you guys. So thank you for being here, and do not forget to click that like button if you have not done so already, because it does help out a lot, and I will see you all for the next battle. But until then, game on.